Good day, everyone. Happy November 29th, 2025. Mercury has gone direct. Saturn has gone direct. So 11/29 is 11, so 11/11. Okay, so I just did a video. I will be posting that shortly, but I wanted to separate the information on the videos. I was guided to separate the information on the video. So this particular video is going to be my experiences. I'm going to use today as an example because it's most relevant in my present moment of following the guidance of your higher self, embodying more and more of your higher self on a daily basis, listening to the guidance, the inspired moments, the movements through your day, working with source, working with your higher self and your team, of course, because it's all the same at one. They don't really matter which one you talk to. So welcome to my sacred space. My name is Tanya. I am here sharing my raw, real frequency and energy with you. Today is day 19 of 111, sharing that. And if you haven't checked out any of my other videos, you can take a look. I've been doing a variety of just sharing journal information, tarot card pulls, oracle card pulls, just sharing life in general on a day-to-day basis. I do never know what's going to come through. I never know what's going to be shared. I also light language. So if you catch me stumbling over my tongue, I'm going to get better at clearing that with my light language. And it's just, I'm finding that helps with I'm not able to get the human words out, the English right now out. So getting to the point, 1:45 on the clock. So why I'm guided to share this is listening to your higher self. So we'll start with waking up. Okay. Waking up. So I'm going to go back to that reference that came through in the last video. Is a Seinfeld episode where George does the opposite of everything. So start doing the opposite of everything and see how your reality shifts. Try it. Try it for a week. What's the harm of trying it for a week, for a day, for a few days? And just try doing the opposite of many different things on your regular movement through the day. All of it or one thing. So let's say you normally set an alarm and you're able to not set an alarm. Don't set an alarm. If you normally jump out of bed, hang out in bed. Consciously breathe for 5 to 10 breaths or meditate. Do a short meditation. Lay there and just be lazy. Watch some videos in bed. You're just switching that routine up. Then next, if you normally do this or that, let's say you go make your coffee first instead of washing your face first. So instead, wash your face first and then go make your coffee. Does that make any sense? Okay. So I've shared these little snippets on how I literally embodied and surrendered to my higher self and to source. Guide me. I'm here. I'm a tool. And the more and more I've done that, it's magic and miracles every single day. And it's fun. It's a game. It's play. It's the puzzle pieces fitting and the aha moments, the key codes, the signs, the synchronicities, all of it. It's fun. I promise. And so I change that up almost on a daily basis on the routine and the flow of my life. And today's no different. I woke up, laid there, did a meditation. Sometimes I meditate in the morning, sometimes I not. So I was called to meditate this morning. I was called to do session 2 in the repeat, in the transmission, session 2 in the Divinely Aligned Collective soul session. So I did that meditation and just laid there, slowly got out of bed. And I make my bed differently now. If you normally make your bed in a specific order, a structure, because it's just become unconscious, make it more conscious and do it differently. So if you make it one way, make it a different way. Just these small things or just these choice points you're constantly jumping those timelines, okay? And you don't know that one decision can affect something later on in the day or the week or whatever, okay? So today I got up and just kind of doing my thing. No rush, no hurry, no worries. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. So the Lion King, Hakuna Matata. No worries. There are no worries. There's no need to rush. Slow down. Again, that has been the theme that's been coming up in the collective, in the messages that have been coming through in my atmosphere. But I've already started to do that, and I think there's a reason I'm now the example of that particular and sharing that with you. So get up, do my thing. I thought, well, this looks like a good day. We're supposed to get a bunch of snow later on. Just hang out in the house, light my candles, do my incense. I had no plan on working out, but if that changed, I would have done that, but that wasn't guided. So I did my stuff. Changed. Normally I would drink my green powder and then I would make my coffee. This time I made my coffee, had my coffee and watermelon, and then had my green powder. So just me switching that routine up. And that is cinnamon oil with clove and tangerine with just purified water. Again, air freshener. It helps antiviral, antifungal, anti-everything. What the child? My inner child, she's been so contained for so many years. She just loves to come out and play. 5, 4, 4 on the clock. So getting to the point. Anyways, so again, just going with the flow. And so journaling, stopping to journal instead of finishing my watermelon, or, so I would go back and forth from cutting and doing it to journaling and all of that. And if you didn't catch today's journaling information that was guided to share, you can watch the previous video. And so I thought, it's cloudy. It's just be a day to stay cozy and in my PJs all day. And I'm sitting there finishing my watermelon up, and my higher self and source are like, no, you can go out now. Like here in the next few minutes, get yourself, just throw something on and go out and get the few items that you have on your list. I'm like, okay. So that's what I did. How do I know that? Sometimes it's like, just go. I get thoughts or words and like different things like that. So it's not like I physically hear anything. Sometimes I'll actually see something come up that like, that's another, like if you're questioning it, and then something pops up, then that's pay attention on that, okay? And so I'm like, all right, so throw my stuff on and off I went. Didn't even think about it. Just put my sweats and my hoodie on and off I went. And when I got in the car, when I pulled out, this is something you can try, okay? This has been working really good for me. And don't question it. First thing that comes into your mind. Don't question it. Don't rethink it. No, nothing. Just first thought. First instinct, okay? So I pull out, getting ready to leave, and I say, all right, so do I go to Myers first or do I go to the bank first? And they're in two different directions. My old self probably would have gone to the bank first and back and around. Again, we like to kind of do loops. Me and my partner aren't really out and back type of people. We like to do loops, or for me, I'm definitely guided in whatever direction source and spirit's got me going. My higher self has got me going. And the first thing was Myers. I'm like, all right, we're going to Myers first. And I'm thinking, Myers, watermelon. So like I said, I've been able to get lots and lots of watermelon, and it's almost December. We got one more day till December. I'm like, all right, so I'm going to get some watermelon at Myers if it's available, because Source has been providing me with lots and lots of watermelon. I'm so grateful for that. Like normally watermelon season here is October. Like it's almost unheard of. It has been for years to get good watermelons or decent watermelons after that. So I am so grateful, and I am so, gratitude and joy, and what's the other word I want to use? Appreciation that I've been provided with this particular fruit that I love so much, and I eat a lot of fruit, and yes, the food video will come eventually. And so watermelon, I'm like, all right, so we're getting some watermelon, and I was able to get my honey, my raw honey there. And it was busy because of, all the stuff that's going on right now with the holidays. And so I was just in and out, didn't question it. So then I thought to myself before I left, all right, what's next? So it's like the bank. So it's like, so the way the loop, so instead of the loop going this way, we went this way. So same thing I just talked about in the previous video, talking about my significant partner in our conversation that we had first thing this morning when I woke up. He's in Sierra Leone, I'm in Michigan. All right. And so it's just doing the opposite, making those just subtle shifts and changes. You don't have to know why. The ego mind doesn't need to figure out like, why the fuck am I guided to go here versus here? Don't question it. Just do it. That's how you start embodying more of your higher self and going with the flow and connecting and listening to source more. Again, letting source take the wheel, let your higher self take the wheel. And again, that's where the sign and synchronicities started like popping off. The whole time I was out, like the 10s, the 11s, the numbers on the plates, the numbers on the receipts, all of that, just the way that's structured. All right. And so this is what I call going out into the wild. This is my cave, my sacred space, and going out into the wild. And then I didn't have any plans on going out today. Source of my higher self had plans. They also had plans on me doing things kind of in the opposite way that I may have done before in the past, if that makes any sense to anybody. 1011 on the clock, so there's a 10 and those 11s. But again, that 10 is that completion, breaks down to the 1. So we got the year of the 1 coming, okay? All right, key codes are everywhere. They're everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. So please pay your attention. Slow down, and do things opposite. Okay, shift it up, shift it up, shift it up, right? All right. Be the black sheep. Be the one that's doing something out of the ordinary. All right. This came through in my last message, and be the exception, not the rule. Be the exception and not the rule. Always, always, always. Okay? So yeah, so that just, and in that, I basically ended up getting all the signs, synchronicities, and key codes, because if I'd gone the other way, I wouldn't have gotten all that information, right? Because remember, your higher self, your oversoul has coded you perfectly, and you don't know how you're going to receive these key codes or these puzzle pieces until you're like, oh, thank you, that was so much fun, or oh, thank you, that was so much, oh, okay. So it's like check, 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 check. And again, that can be out in the wild, it can be online, it can be in a movie, it can be all over the place. It could be something slightly different in your home, or something you look at that you might not have seen before, like if in an oracle card or tarot cards, you might not have seen something that's always been there. So it's again paying your attention, and then your team will get your attention, and source will get your attention when you're meant to see that. That's why it's been so much fun rewatching certain movies or certain shows, because you're going to pick something up different every single time. Okay, especially when you become more aware and more present and being in that present moment. It's I can't even explain it until you start experiencing it. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to share in this short video on doing things the opposite that you normally do? Again, this is just how I kind of roll. Even with my routine with my kiddo, I always try to catch myself if I'm doing it. If I catch myself falling into routine, I switch something up. Even if it's small, I switch it up. So maybe some of you needed to hear this to maybe start just falling out of what we could consider routine. And I guess I get it if you're still living in doing things that you need to have a little more structure and routine. I get that. But find the fun in it. Have your inner child play with doing the opposite. If you normally wear jeans and a fancy shirt, wear sweatpants and a hoodie, and who gives a fuck? Things like that. Spend all day in your PJs if you feel like you have to. If you normally get dressed, even though you don't really go out and do anything, don't do that. Put your PJs on and be okay with that, and feel guilt-free about that. I'm just called to bring that, mention that up. And then I'll just mention again some numbers in this video that I mentioned in the other video, because they could be signs, synchronicities, and key codes for you. 1313 on the timer. So 1344, the 1010, 10s in general, 17s, 11s, 1111. What else? Numbers that came up, lots of 11s and 10s. 0202, 8881, 28, which equals 10. I had my receipt ended with. So a total today out in the wild, one of my receipt totaled 28, which equaled 10. And then at another store, my change was $1, which is again 10, breaks down to the 1, which is the year of the 1, new beginnings, the fire horse. So again, fire might be also a key code that's coming in your awareness. Pay attention. Also, I didn't mention this in the other video, but I mentioned to say it now. So tidings of comfort and joy. So I was watching a tarot reading. She said comfort and joy. So all she said was comfort and joy in this particular reading. And all of a sudden that song, tidings of comfort and joy, popped in my awareness, popped in my head. So tidings of comfort and joy. So we're going to be getting our gifts, our tidings, our treasures, what is owed to us. It is our birthright. It is coming. And it's going to bring comfort and joy. That's what I got out of that particular download. All right. So you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. I love you. Bye.